Hi, hello everyone! I'm Toshi from Japan and tourist guide for foreigners.
So, are you planning a trip to Japan? I'll show you the better periods and the best periods to visit Japan in 2026. A year ago, I made a video about the best and worst times to visit Japan, and it passed 1.4 million views. But now it's 2026, and the situation has completely changed. Japan is more popular than ever. In 2025, the country welcomed 42 million visitors, the highest number in history. If you travel using old information, you'll face higher prices, longer waits, and lower satisfaction. The 2026 calendar also creates unique peak travel periods, and some are best avoided. So in this video, I'll show you 5 times to avoid, 2 best times to visit, 3 seasons that depend on your travel style, and 3 key things to know for Japan in 2026. Because in 2026, knowing when not to go matters more than knowing when to go. Plus, I also offer guided tour in Japan, travel itineraries based on trip duration and area, and recommendations for unique cultural experiences.
You can find more information in the description below. So, let's get started.
Times to avoid. Number 1 is late April to early May, Golden Week. From late April to early May, Japan enters Golden Week, one of the country's longest holiday periods, when millions of Japanese people travel at the same time. In 2026, Golden Week officially runs from April 29th to May 6th, but many people take paid leave on May 7th and 8th, extending travel until around May 10th. During this period, major tourist areas become extremely crowded, and hotel prices and transportation costs rise sharply. The biggest issue is the Shinkansen. As mentioned in my previous video, special holiday pricing applies, and non-reserved seats are removed, meaning all seats are reserved. Unlike before, you can't board the train and stand if it's full. If you don't have a reservation, you may not be able to ride at all. This mostly affects routes between Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, Hiroshima, and Fukuoka.
If you travel during Golden Week, book your Shinkansen tickets early. This period is not flexible.
Number 2 is mid-August, Obon. In mid-August, Japan enters Obon, a traditional summer holiday period. During this time, many companies close, and millions of Japanese people travel at once. Most people return to their hometowns to spend time with family, while others take vacations. Because of this, public transportation, hotels, and tourist areas become extremely crowded. As mentioned in the previous chapter, the Shinkansen is especially affected. Just like during Golden Week, special holiday pricing applies, and non-reserved seats are removed, meaning all seats are reserved. If you don't have a reservation, you may not be able to board the train at all. This makes traveling between major cities much more difficult and stressful.
For most travelers, mid-August is best avoided.
Number 3 is September, Typhoon season. Honestly, September is one of the hardest months to recommend for Japan travel. The main reason is typhoons. In Japan, typhoons are most common from late August through September. The problem isn't whether a typhoon will happen, but when. Even if the forecast looks fine a week ahead, the storm's path can change just days before arrival. When a typhoon approaches, flights are cancelled, and Shinkansen and local trains are suspended as planned shutdowns. That can leave you stuck in one city, or spending a full day in your hotel without being able to move. In many cases, hotel nights and tours are non-refundable, and last-minute changes mean extra costs. Because most travelers move between cities in Japan, one disrupted day can affect the entire trip.
If you want to a smooth and predictable journey, September is best avoided.
Number 4 is late September, Silver Week. In Japan, there's a holiday period called Silver Week, which usually falls from mid to late September. It's created when several public holidays line up, but the dates change every year, so you always need to check the calendar. In 2026, Silver Week runs from September 19th to the 23rd. However, many people take paid leave on September 24th and 25th, meaning some Japanese travelers stay on vacation until around September 27th. The 2026 calendar is especially favorable, so a large number of people will take week-long or even longer trips. As a result, public transportation, hotels, and major tourist areas become extremely crowded. For international travelers, this often means higher prices, limited availability, and slower travel.
For most visitors, this period is best avoided.
Number 5 is late December to early January, New Year. In Japan, New Year is a major holiday. very different from many other countries. People traditionally return to their hometowns and celebrate with family. When I worked in the US, I only had December 31st and January 1st off, so this often surprises international travelers. For 2026 to 2027, the calendar is especially favorable, and many people will be on vacation from December 26th to January 3rd. During this period, cities are extremely busy with New Year shrine visits and New Year shopping events, and international visitors are also traveling at the same time. As a result, hotels and transportation become more expensive, and winter weather can make travel slower and less comfortable.
If you are looking for a smooth and affordable trip, this is not the ideal time to visit Japan.
Love it or hate it season. Number 6 is June rainy season. June is a love it or hate it time to visit Japan. It really depends on your travel style. June marks the start of rainy season. You'll see more rain, much higher humidity, and even though temperatures aren't as high as summer, it often feels hot and sticky. If your trip focuses on long walks or outdoor sightseeing, it can be more exhausting than expected. Rain also affects the experience. Views are often limited, city walks and photos can be cancelled, and Mount Fuji is rarely visible in June. Sudden rain can force last-minute plan changes, making it harder to stay on schedule. That said, June has clear advantages. There are no major national holidays, fewer domestic travelers, lighter crowds, and lower hotel prices compared to peak seasons.
So June isn't bad, but it's not for everyone. Choose based on what you value most.
Number 7 is July to August summer. July to August is one of the most divisive times to visit Japan. People either love it or regret it. The reasons are simple: weather, crowds, and prices, all at extreme levels. First, the climate. Japanese summers are hot and very humid. Temperatures often reach around 35 degrees Celsius, and the humidity makes walking and sightseeing much more exhausting than expected. Next, crowds. Mid-August is peak summer vacation in Japan. Families and students travel all at once, so tourist spots, bullet trains, and airports become extremely crowded. Then, prices. Flights and hotels are at their highest, especially during Obon, when the same hotel can cost much more than in other months. But summer also has unique rewards. Fireworks festivals, traditional summer matsuri, Mount Fuji climbing season, and beach destinations, all packed into these months.
So summer works best for travelers who know the heat, accept the crowds, and have a clear purpose.
Number 8 is December to mid-February, winter. Traveling to Japan from December to mid-February is a season where opinions really split, depending on how you feel about snow and hot springs. On the positive side, winter offers some of Japan's most iconic experiences. In places like Hokkaido, Tohoku, Hokuriku, and Nagano, you can enjoy snowy landscapes and outdoor hot springs surrounded by snow. This is a very unique, very Japanese winter experience. However, there are important downsides. In some regions, heavy snow and icy roads can cause train delays and road closures. As I mentioned in a previous video, for travelers who are not used to snow, moving around can become very stressful. Temperatures are also low, and even major cities can feel freezing, especially if your trip involves a lot of outdoor sightseeing. On top of that, prices rise sharply during the New Year holidays, and popular winter destinations sell out early. Winter is great if snow and hot springs are your goal,
but it's not ideal if you want easy travel and comfort.
Best times to visit. Number 9 is March to April spring. March to April is one of the best times to visit Japan, for both first-time visitors and repeat travelers. There are two main reasons. The first is cherry blossoms. Sakura bloom across the country and instantly brighten entire cities. You can enjoy them not only in famous parks and along rivers, but also on ordinary streets in urban areas. For recommended spots and bloom forecasts, I explained those in a previous video. The second reason is the weather. Spring in Japan is mild and comfortable. It's neither too hot nor too cold, which makes long walks, outdoor sightseeing, and photography much easier and more enjoyable. That said, there are some downsides. During cherry blossom season, popular areas become very crowded, and hotel prices often rise. Bloom timing also changes every year, so planning requires flexibility, and sometimes a bit of luck. I cover these details in another video. Even so, spring offers cherry blossoms, beautiful scenery, and great weather.
It's one of Japan's best seasons to visit.
If you would like a personal guide in Japan or need recommendations for travel plans and cultural experiences,
please contact me from the link in the description section.
Number 10 is October to November autumn. October to November is one of the best times to visit Japan, right alongside spring. There are two big reasons. First is autumn leaves. You can see vibrant reds and golds not only in mountains, temples, and parks, but also in cities. Famous spots like Kyoto, Nikko, and Hakone are amazing, and even smaller towns can surprise you with beautiful foliage. For the best spots and timing, check my previous video. The second reason is the weather. The summer heat is gone, humidity drops, and sightseeing becomes much more comfortable. You can walk around all day without getting exhausted. Also, the typhoon season is mostly over, so the weather is more stable, and your plans are less likely to get disrupted. The downside is that, just like cherry blossom season, people flock to the best viewing spots, and hotels can get expensive, especially from mid to late November. Booking early is key. Still, autumn offers stunning colors, great weather, and a truly Japanese atmosphere.
It's one of the best seasons for first-time visitors.
2026 specific travel warnings. Number 11 is Silver Week 2026. As I mentioned earlier, Silver Week in late September 2026 is a big red flag for travelers. In 2026, the holidays run from September 19th to the 23rd, and many people take extra days on the 24th and 25th. So a lot of people end up taking a full week off until around the 27th. The calendar is especially favorable this year, so many Japanese people will take long vacations. During this period, travel demand spikes, Shinkansen and limited express trains fill up fast, and hotel prices in popular destinations rise sharply. If you wait until the last minute, you may find there are no rooms left, or you can't book the trains you need. So if your schedule is flexible, it's safest to avoid September 19th to 27th. A better alternative is early October, when the weather is stable and crowds and prices drop.
In short, Silver Week 2026 is amazing for local, but it can ruin your trip if you don't plan ahead.
Number 12 is weak yen reality. In 2026, the weak yen is still a major factor for Japan travel, but there are two important points to keep in mind. First, a weak yen doesn't mean Japan is cheap everywhere. Yes, from abroad, Japan can feel more affordable for food, transport, and shopping, but the real bargains are usually found in rural areas, on weekdays and during off-season. In major cities like Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto, prices for hotels and some services have already stayed high because of strong inbound demand. On weekends and peak season, you may not feel the yen advantage at all. Second, the yen may not stay weak. Exchange rates can change quickly, and the Bank of Japan has signaled interest rate hikes, which could strengthen the yen, so the future is uncertain.
So the bottom line is this: in 2026, your satisfaction depends more on when and where you travel than on the exchange rate.
Number 13 is no tickets at the gate. If you want to enjoy the best activities in Japan, here's one thing you absolutely need to know. Many attractions now require advance reservations. For example, Tokyo Disneyland stopped selling same-day tickets in 2024, and Universal Studios Japan followed in May 2025. Without a reservation, you simply can't enter. There are no ticket counters at the gates. To make sure you don't miss out, here are 6 popular attractions I recommend booking in advance. Team Lab, Shibuya Sky, Pokemon Cafe, the Ghibli Museum, the Nintendo Museum, and Mario Kart experiences. Travelers who show up without a reservation often get turned away or face long lines. As a tour guide, I frequently get last-minute requests, but by that time, tickets are usually sold out. I've also personally tried unique experiences that are well worth booking. Authentic tea ceremonies, with freshly brewed matcha, samurai experiences, based on 200-year-old traditions, sake tastings at World Heritage breweries, and sushi making lessons from professional chefs. If you're interested, I even offer discount codes. Check the link in the description to see all the details on my website and plan your trip smartly. And if you want the best experiences, book early.
How was today's video? Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like button. See you in my next video. Bye!